The greatest empire you will ever rule is not found on a map. It is located within the 6 inches between your ears. Your mind is the command center of your entire existence. Every skyscraper ever built, every war ever fought, every symphony ever composed, and every life ever transformed began as a single invisible thought. If you not master your mind, you are not a free human being. You are a biological puppet of your environment. Most people walk through life reacting to the world, like a dry leaf blown by the wind. But a spiritual warrior understands that while we cannot always control the wind, we can absolutely control the sails. To control your mind is to reclaim your divine right as the architect of your destiny. Spiritually and psychologically, the mind functions like a garden. The soil does not care what you plant. If you plant nightshade, negativity, fear, resentment, the soil will produce poison with the same efficiency as if you had planted roses, gratitude, courage, vision. The tragedy of the modern man is that he leaves his garden gate wide open. He allows the weeds of social media envy, the pests of toxic opinions, and the drought of self-doubt to ruin his inner landscape. Control begins with gatekeeping. You must become a ruthless guardian of your mental space. If a thought does not serve your purpose, if it does not elevate your spirit, you must deny it entry. You are the gardener. The quality of your life is a direct reflection of what you allow to grow. One of the great. As spiritual breakthroughs you can achieve is the realization, I am not my thoughts. Your mind is a tool, much like your hand or your voice. However, most people have become enslaved by their tools. They think that because a fearful thought arises, they are afraid. Because a shameful memory appears, they are unworthy. This is a lie. You are the observer. You are the vast, still sky, and your thoughts are merely clouds passing through. Some clouds are dark and stormy. Some are light and white. But the sky remains untouched by the weather. When you detach from the voice in your head, you gain the power to choose which thoughts to entertain and which to let go. This detachment is the foundation of true mental control. 95% of your life is lived through the subconscious mind, the autopilot. From the way you tie your shoes to the way you react to criticism, you are operating on old software installed during your childhood. To control your mind, you must update the software. This requires neuroplasticity combined with spiritual affirmation. You must feed your mind a new script daily. If you wait until you feel confident to act, you will wait forever. You must come. Command your mind to believe in your victory before the victory is visible. The command of faith. I am equipped with everything I need to overcome. The command of peace. No external chaos can penetrate my internal sanctuary. The command of power. I am the master of my emotions, not their slave. In the age of distraction, focus is a superpower. Your energy flows where your attention goes. Energy. Propto attention. If your attention is fragmented across 1,000 trivial things, celebrity gossip, political arguments, past regrets, your power is dissipated. A controlled mind is like a laser beam. A laser can cut through steel because it takes light and concentrates it into a single point. When you learn to focus your mind on one goal, one prayer, or one vision at a time, you become unstoppable. Stable. Distraction is the enemy's greatest weapon to keep you mediocre. By controlling your focus, you starve your distractions and feed your destiny. We wash our bodies daily, but we rarely wash our minds. We allow the dust of the world to accumulate until our vision is blurred. Spiritual mastery requires mental hygiene. The most powerful tool for this is silence. In the silence, the ego dies. In the silence, the noise of the world fades, and the voice of the Creator becomes audible. To control your mind, you must find a place of stillness every day. If you cannot sit in a room alone for 30 minutes without a phone or distraction, you do not own your mind. Your distractions own you. Silence is where you regain your strength. Fear is the most sophisticated virus in the human mind. It disguises itself as logic or caution, but its true purpose is to keep you small. A controlled mind recognizes fear as an invitation to grow. Spiritually, fear and faith both require you to believe in something that hasn't happened yet. Fear is the imagination used poorly. Faith is the imagination used correctly. You must consciously flip the switch. When the mind presents a "what if I fail" scenario, you must immediately command it to present a "what if I fly" scenario. This is not toxic positivity, it is mental authority. To control your mind is to find the kingdom of heaven within. It is the end of being a victim of circumstances. It is the beginning of a life where you are the cause, not the effect. As you move forward from this part, remember your mind will try to rebel. It will try to go back to its old ways of complaining and fearing. But you are the captain. Hold the wheel steady. Discipline your thoughts, and you will find that the mouth and the money will naturally follow the lead of a mastered mind. In almost every spiritual tradition, the universe was brought into being through a sound or a word. The mind conceives, but the mouth births. Your words are not mere descriptions of your reality. They are the prophecies of your future. When you speak, you are releasing a frequency into the atmosphere that must, by spiritual law, attract its likeness. To control your mouth is to understand that you are a cruel creator. Every time you say "I am," you are signing a contract with the universe. If you say "I am tired," "I am broke," or "I am unlucky," you are company, commanding those states of being to manifest. Control begins when you stop using your mouth to describe your problems and start using it to declare your solutions. There is an ancient proverb that states, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue." It's not a poetic exaggeration. It is a literal truth. Words have the power to destroy a child's confidence, end a marriage, or start a war. Earthly words can heal a soul, build an empire, and inspire generation. Most people are verbal arsonists. They go through life setting fires with their gossip, their complaints, and their harsh criticisms, and then they wonder why their lives are covered in ashes. A controlled mouth is a healing fountain. Before you speak, you must put your words through 3 gates. Is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? If a word cannot pass these 3 gates, it should remain in the silence of your mind. One of the highest forms of spiritual discipline is purposeful silence. We live in a world that is terrified of quiet. We feel the need to fill every gap in conversation, to comment on every social media post, and to voice every fleeting opinion. But power is found in the unspoken when you speak. Too much, you leak energy. You become cheap. The most influential people in any room are usually those who speak the least. By practicing silence, you build an internal pressure of wisdom. You learn to listen, not just to words, but to the intent behind them. Silence allows your mind to sharpen and your spirit to settle. If you cannot control your urge to talk, you cannot control your destiny. Complaining is the prayer of the victim. When you complain, you are telling the universe that you are powerless and that your circumstances are your master. It is a spiritual leak that drains your magnetism. Gossip is even more dangerous. When you speak ill of another, you are essentially throwing mud. You might hit the target, but your own hands are guaranteed to get dirty. Spiritually, gossip ties your energy to the person you are criticizing. It lowers your vibration, and keeps you stuck in a low-level consciousness. A person of high character discusses ideas. A person of average character discusses events. A person of low character discusses people. To control your mouth, you must stop being a graveyard for other people's faults. If the mind is the engine, the mouth is the steering tire. Eel. You must steer your life using the I am principle. You must speak about your goals as if they are already accomplished facts. Instead of saying, I hope I get this job, say, I am grateful for the opportunity that is already mine. This is not lying, it is speaking into existence. You are aligning your verbal frequency with the reality you wish to inhabit. Your subconscious mind is always listening to your voice more than anyone else's. If you tell yourself you are a champion long enough, your body and mind will eventually have no choice but to act like one. In ancient times, a man's word was his bond. There were no 50-page contracts. There was only a handshake and a verbal decree. Today, we have lost the weight of the word. We make promises we don't keep and commitments we break. The moment they become inconvenient. When you break your word, you lose power over yourself. Your subconscious stops believing you. If you tell yourself, I will wake up at 5 a.m. and you don't do it, you have lied to yourself. Over time, your words lose their mantra power. To control your mouth is to ensure that your yes means yes, and your no means no. When your words align with your acti, you develop a commanding presence that both humans and nature respect. The great teachers taught that if you have faith, you can speak to the mountain and tell it to move. The mountain represents the obstacles in your life, debt, illness, or fear. Most people speak about the mountain. They tell everyone how big it is, how high it is, and how impossible it is. The master speaks to the mount. You must learn to use your voice to command your environment. Speak to your finances and command them to increase. Speak to your body and command it to heal. Speak to your fears and command them to leave. Your voice has a signature frequency that can shatter the glass walls of your limitations. The mouth is the exit point of your inner world and the entry point of your outer world. By control, ling what comes out of your lips. You curate the atmosphere of your life. A man who masters his tongue is a man who has mastered himself. You have been given a linguistic sword. Do not use it to cut yourself or others. Use it to cut through the darkness, to declare light, and to build a legacy that will stand the test of time. Money is not a thing, it is energy. In its purest form, money is a neutral medium of exchange that mirrors the value you provide to the world. Many spiritual seekers mistakenly believe that poverty is a sign of holiness. This is a fallacy. Poverty limits your ability to help, to build, and to bless. However, the control of money begins with the realization that money is a spirit. If you chase it, it will run away. If you fear it, it will avoid you. If you worship it, it will enslave you. But if you master it, it will serve you and your higher purpose. Controlling money means moving from a scarcity mindset, there is not enough, to an abundance mindset, there is more than enough for those who create value. The secret to financial peace is understanding that you do not own anything, you are a steward. Everything you have, your bank balance, your asset, your business, has been entrusted to you for a season. When you believe you own money, you become greedy and anxious. When you realize you are a steward, you become disciplined and generous. A steward manages resources with excellence because they know they are accountable to a higher power. Controlling money is about the discipline of the flow, knowing when to hold, when to invest, and the secret to financial peace is understanding that you do not own anything. You are a steward. Everything you have, your bank balance, your assets, your business, has been entrusted to you for a season when you believe you own money. you become greedy and anxious. When you realize you are a steward, you become disciplined and generous. A steward manages resources with excellence because they know they are accountable to a higher power. Controlling money is about the discipline of the flow, knowing when to hold, when to invest, and when to let go. Just as the mind needs silence and the mouth needs restraint, the money needs boundaries. We live in a consumerist culture designed to keep you in financial slavery through debt and impulsive spending. To control your money, you must master the art of delayed gratification. Every time you buy something to impress people you don't like, with money you don't have, you are leaking your life force. Controlling your money means saying no to the temporary, to say yes to the legacy. Discipline is the bridge between your current paycheck and your future freedom. We have traveled through the three great landscapes of human power: the mind, the mouth, and the money. To master one is good. To master all three is to become unstoppable. The synthesis of power. The mind is your blueprint. If the blueprint is flawed, the building will fall. You must guard your thoughts with the ferocity of a lion. The mouth is your tool. It is the hammer that drives the nails of your reality. You must speak only that which you wish to see manifest. The money is your brick. It is the physical resource that turns the blueprint into a skyscraper. You must manage it with the precision of a master builder. The final charge: the world does not need more people who are drifting. The world needs men and women who are sovereign. A sovereign person is someone who cannot be bought. Money, who cannot be intimidated, mind, and who cannot be manipulated into speaking falsehoods, mouth. When you align these three, you create a synergy. Your thoughts become clear, your words become heavy with authority, and your resources multiply because the universe trusts a disciplined hand. Stop being a victim of your impulses. Stop letting your emotions dictate your speech. Stop letting your desires drain your wealth. Stand up and take the seat of the captain. Control your mind and you will find peace. Control your mouth and you will find power. Control your money and you will find freedom. This is your journey. This is your legacy. This is your divine command.